All right, welcome everybody. A very good afternoon. Thank you for taking time out on a Saturday when you could have done all sorts of things, but you opted to be here with us, with me and Shyla here at HerRising 2022 and the networking workshop. Goes on to say that you take networking quite seriously, like we do, right? I hope you enjoying the HerRising event so far. We've had an excellent lineup of speakers so far, some great insights, and our networking chat room has been buzzing non-stop. But why do we then need this networking workshop, right? Because there is more to networking than just being part of a chat room and sending in messages or introducing yourself or just connecting to people. There's a lot more that goes into building a network and having that contact, like, growing with that network, right? Because there's a lot you can achieve in life, both in your personal and on your professional front, with the power of networking. And who better to enlighten us, guide us, and help us understand and unleash the power of networking than Shyla Krishnamurthy, who I've had the joy of interacting earlier as well, right? So a warm welcome to you, Shyla. To introduce a little bit about Shyla to all our attendees here, I don't know how I can put her in one box. I mean, she does so many things. She is supremely talented. She is new gen single mom. That's like a superpower. She's an entrepreneur. She's an actor. She's a Zumba instructor. She's a trained vocalist, and she does a lot more. She is on a journey and quest in improving life for many people and helping more and more women and people in general to explore the possibilities with the power of networking. She is a lifepreneur working on people welfare since her childhood, a dynamic leader who has worked in diverse and multicultural geographies in IT and telecom with some of the globally renowned organizations, mainly Germany, across Europe, US, and India. She's passionate about transforming people into a better and strong version of themselves. She co-founded her company, Tvamway Global Services, correct? Am I right? Did I pronounce it correctly?
Tvamway.
Tvamway, which we will know what it means in a short while as well, with a resolve to turn her passion into reality by enabling people and business transformation. She is a change maker. And when I say this, what I also mean is that some of the people here might have had the opportunity to attend Shyla's sessions earlier. And if you have, you will agree that she is someone who is changing lives of many with her knowledge by opening her, extending her knowledge to us all. So without further ado, because I can go on talking about her because she's gotten so many certifications, she's won so many awards, and we're going to learn all about it from her. But now, right now, I'm just wanting to say that we still have people joining in. So for those of you who are joining in, we are in the networking workshop with the ACE networking expert, Shyla Krishnamurthy, who is going to walk us through the ABCs, like I would like to say, of networking. So if you have any questions that you want to ask Shyla, please feel free to use the chat box. We will have them answered closer towards the end of the session. And like I said, this is a networking session, so feel free to use the chat box to its maximum capacity. Over to you, Shyla.
Thank you, Marisa. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. Hello, everyone. A very good afternoon to one and all. I would really like to see you all. So if you could please switch on your videos, and then you can unmute yourself whenever I ask you to speak, we exchange some information, or whenever there's a Q&A. Please switch on your videos. I would definitely love to see you all. Wow, some familiar faces there. Nice. All right. So yeah, to begin with, let me say what's Tvamway. Tvam is a Sanskrit word. Tvam means self, you. Way is your transformational journey. so you can lead your way, your journey of life. Okay, so that's the meaning of Tvamway. So yes, now since the pandemic, we have definitely seen a dynamic shift in the concept of networking, right? The digital space we are all in, the virtual world, the ever-growing online world. Yes, making connection seems easy. We can reach out to more people in a wider horizon, right? Reach out globally as well. So reachability seems easy, right? But visibility is not so easy. You understand the difference between reachability and visibility, right? So for you to create that visibility, it takes effort, it takes time, and it takes focus. So it's very important for us to make sure that we are targeting the right set of people, right? Forging right connections, powerful connections, which will help us in our professional growth as well as our personal growth. All right. So we will be going through certain important concepts today. And
Shyla, you went on mute. Shyla?
Shyla, can you hear us? You're on mute.
Shyla, you're on mute. Okay. Hi, Shyla. Hi. Shyla, you're on mute. You went on mute.
am I audible?
Yes, now you are audible.
I'm so sorry. Where did you lose me, Marisa?
I think in the first bit itself, when you said that we are going to now understand and learn, you went on mute. So I think we all can agree here that, despite working from home and managing to plug in and stay connected with 2 devices or 3 devices and having the best of the best internet, you can never be sure that, it's all going to work out. These challenges are always going to be there.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll just try to quickly make up for whatever I've said. So as I said, yes, in this digital space we're all in, the ever-growing online world, okay, reachability becomes easy, yes, but visibility is not easy. So for you to create that visibility, you understand the difference between reachability and visibility, right? So for you to create that visibility, you need to invest your time. It takes effort, it takes time, it takes focus, right? So it's very important for us to make sure that we are targeting the right connections, right? Those powerful connections which will help us in our professional growth as well as our personal growth. All right. Now, we will be going through certain concepts, certain powerful techniques which you can observe, learn, and apply here, right here on this platform, because we are already networking, isn't it? You know me, I know you all. Some of you, I can see your names, your beautiful videos here. I can see you all. Of course, we will get to know each other more, right? So you will be able to observe, learn, and apply these techniques then and there. All right. Now, before we begin, I need 3 things from you. One is your time. Thank you so much. You're all here already. Your energy and your focus. All right. Now, let's begin with an activity. All right. A simple hello could lead to a million things. I'm going to randomly choose 2 of the participants. All right. You just need to quickly say hello to each other. You say, hello, my name is so-and-so. This is my domain of work. And this is my key strength. Okay. And why am I here? Okay. So this is one activity which we are going to revisit at the end of the session with a lot of improvements. Okay. But let's begin with this now. A simple meet and greet. Okay. Let me choose Dhanuja. Please switch on your audio.
Hello everyone, I'm Dhanuja. I work in
Dhanuja, let me select another participant.
Okay.
Okay. So you are going to introduce yourself to that participant. Of course, we can hear you, right? But you will be talking to each other. All right.
All right, Shyla.
Let me choose Abha Mishra. Abha, are you there?
Yeah, hi Shyla.
Hi, Abha. All right. So Abha and Danuja. Let's begin. Danuja, please introduce yourself. You can just go through this format and yes, begin.
Hi, Abba. I'm Danuja, and my domain of work is I'm into HR, and I specialize into creating great colleague experiences. I find my strength there to meet people and greet people, and get along with them and have them in a place where they are comfortable enough in the organization, and that's what I do, and that's how my job is around. And my key strength is, as I already mentioned, it's people and people management along. So I am very comfortable there. And why am I here? I'm here to correct where I'm going wrong, and I'm also to make my strengths even more stronger.
Amazing. Yes, Abha, over to you.
Okay, hi Danuja.
Hi.
It's nice to meet you. Yeah, hi. So my name is Abha Mishra, and I'm basically a mechanical engineer and have more than 6 years of experience in audits and project management. For last 6 years, I have been on a career break, and I took this break for my kid and my family. And now I'm looking for a restart. I want to restart my career and looking for the opportunities. So basically my profile is of auditor. I have been into audits, ISO audits and energy audits and all that. And currently I have done this certification ISO 27001 and looking for the opportunities in those field this field only. So yeah, that's all for me.
Nice to meet you, Abba.
Yeah, same here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your participation. Now,
Thank
other
you.
participants, of course, I'm sure you would have observed, right, as to how the introduction, the meet and greet went, right? All right, thank you. Let's revisit this activity at the end of the session, okay? All right, need to move on to the next one. Now, a study shows that 76% agree that knowing the right people is the key to getting ahead in life. Okay. Only 22% are actually, actively looking for networking and mentorship opportunities. There's a stark difference, isn't it? And 31% of job seekers find listings through professional connections, especially through referrals. Yeah. So just try to analyze and see how these kind of networking, connecting with right people, right, connecting with people who have the right mindset, right, with whom you can resonate, with whom you can relate to, right, how much of that is going to help you with your professional growth, isn't it? So today we are going to talk about something that is very, very powerful, that has helped me to reach where I am today. Yeah. And I'm sure it's going to help you as well. Now, let me quickly narrate my story. Okay. I used to be a very shy kid. With all the introduction that you heard, you will not believe it, isn't it? I used to be really shy. This went on for quite long during my childhood. Okay. Of course, I was into a lot of activities, be it dance, music, acting, debates, and lot of things. Because I was genuinely interested in these things. Okay. But I was always shy to take that first step. So if I'm in a room full of people, I would be the last one to speak, or I would just find one or two people whom I'm very comfortable with and just sit around them and try not to speak and only speak when asked. Okay, so this used to be my routine. So as I said, I would be shy and nervous and thinking about what other people would think of me. And will I speak something wrong? Will I sound bad? Will I look stupid? Right? So on and so forth. That was constantly running on my mind. Yeah. And I always needed an external push, either from my family or from my teachers, to go ahead, because they knew that I had this capability, I had this talent, but they knew I did not have the courage to take this forward. So they used to constantly push me. Okay. But there was this one person I would see day in and day out, and I would silently observe and wonder, how is she doing it all? She's super talented, making so many friends. People always recognize her, and she's always a go-to person, be it for our family or friends or acquaintances or even strangers whom she would meet. Okay. And and that person was my mom. My mom has been a teacher for 40 years. Okay. And she started working at the age of 16. So one day I really broke down. I was actually, asked by my teacher to attend an inter-college competition. Okay. And this was in my 11th grade. So imagine this went on since my childhood until my 11th grade. Okay. That was quite a long journey for me. So in my 11th grade, and I had practiced really hard, but I was very, very shy and nervous. And I just didn't want to be there because I was just scared of meeting people. Why should I talk to people? Why should I meet them? And I'm not okay with it. I wasn't comfortable. So this is what I was feeling. And I just broke down and went to my mom, and I just told her, "Oh, okay, I mean, this is how I feel. But how do you do it all? I see you talking to so many people day in and day out. So many people come to you, right? You're always out there. Yeah. How is this possible despite being so busy at work, at home, right? How do you do it?" And then my mom asked me one question. How do you feel when you dance or sing, right? Or practice in closed doors in front of the mirror? Because she knows I would do that all the time. Right? So I said, I feel ecstatic. I feel amazing. I feel great. Yeah. And then she asked me, how do you think others will feel when they see you perform? So I paused and I said, yeah, I know they feel good. I see a smile on their face, and secretly deep inside, I feel very good about it. So, and of course, I get noticed, I get more opportunities. They're going to call me again, right? So she said, everything that you do in life has a purpose. And for that purpose, with all that you do, you need to align a strong intention. No matter what you do, where you are, whom you meet in your life's journey, right? Be it your personal life or your professional life. Yeah. And this also includes what you give to the other person, right? And of course, in turn, what you gain out of it, isn't it? And this is applicable to each and every person we meet on a day-to-day basis, at home, at work, outside, meeting, someone at an event here and there. Okay. So having this strong intention, no matter what I do, has actually taken me places. Okay. And I have used this very, very simple technique of aligning my intention to my purpose, right? Whenever I step out of the house to meet someone, to attend an event, right? Meet my work, meeting clients, or just meeting my friends, anyone for that matter, right? So throughout my corporate and entrepreneurial journey in India and abroad, one thing that has immensely helped me to reach where I am today is intentional networking. It's an art, it's a practice. It'll enable you to reach your goals. It'll contribute to your social well-being.
Lunch break है शायद
Build meaningful relationships, and it'll definitely boost your self-confidence, right? So we will understand more about intentional networking. Okay. And I would like to hear from you as well. I have quite a lot of questions for you. All right. Now, how many of you here have tried networking, that is, meeting, greeting, knowing people just for the sake of connecting at an event? You just want to just connect and say hi, hello. How many of you have done it? You can raise your hands. All right. Okay. Nice. So, cool. Now, how many of you have tried networking with a strong intention in mind, with a purpose? Have you ever tried that? Yes? Oh, nice. Very nice. Great, great. So, let me just quickly ask Kavita. Hi, Kavita.
Hi, Shyla.
Hi, Kavita. So, how has it helped you when you have, gone ahead and network with someone with a strong intention?
Thing is like I don't know, like as you said, no, like I was a very shy introvert person, so it's like I value meaningful connections over like many. So even if in my life I have a few connections who are very much known to me, and few who are like for the professional things, I used to follow them. So when I intentionally connect, what happens is that I'm able to value the person and see them as who they are, and I always look forward to learn from them. So like that, when I connect with, like for example, when I walked in for the new company that I joined, I met a person. So she was like silent for most of the time, but then what happened was like when I connected with her, it was like it was so much intense that we understood that we were connected sometime before. So it was that kind of an this one that happened. So I was even surprised myself that sometimes your conversations, your willingness to strike that first conversation. No, she in fact asked me, "What made you talk to me?" So that was the kind of intense conversation we had after that, and we related up to family and all that thing. So it was so nice to have that to meet a complete stranger in that instant and just connect with that person for the whole time. So I was like completely connected to her the whole time and gave my something that changed in me. Like,
yeah, thank you, Kavita. Thank you so much. So, you know how, intentional networking helps, right? By just hearing what Kavita mentioned. Yeah, but you definitely need to practice it. All right. So I'm sure you would have heard this phrase, your network is your net worth. Right. So it is obvious that networking, has become much more than a buzzword. So uh, in fact, it is a powerful tool that can make or break your career. Trust me. So it becomes all the more important for you to do it in a very, very focused way, especially in the digital space, in the virtual interconnected world we are all in, right? And maintaining that strong network, the professional connections that you have becomes all the more important. Yeah. So a few years back when I moved back, moved to India, when I shifted to India for good, yes, I got back into my corporate life. I got into another organization, but I always wanted to do something on my own. Okay. So I made sure that despite working 12 to 14 hours every day, right, as a part of my corporate world, I would make sure to make time and attend some of these startup events on the weekends. Okay. This actually helped me immensely because I could just understand the startup scenario here in Bangalore, right? I could understand the pulse of other entrepreneurs around, right? And I could also showcase my capabilities, my skills as to who I am as an individual, right, to the outside world. So I got this, opportunity every now and then whenever I would go and attend these interviews. So, and when you do it intentionally, my intention was, yes, to go out there, understand the startup scenario, understand being an entrepreneur, right? What it is to be an entrepreneur, and how do I begin, where do I begin, right? So with this strong intention, I was going out there and reaching out to people, just talking to people. Now if we go by the definition of professional networking, there are three types of networking: personal, operational, and strategic. Okay. So when we talk about personal networking, right? Now, for example, someone who can help you with your personal advancement. It can be within your organization or it can be outside your organization as well. Yeah. And when we say outside your organization, this can happen through some kind of, professional associations or alumni groups or some kind of communities, right? Where you go out there, meet people, volunteer, and so on. Now, when we talk about operational networking, yeah, you meet some people who will help you accomplish your tasks, help you with your operations around, right? Now, this can happen by identifying certain individuals whom you know, this person is skilled at this particular thing, right? So when I get in touch with this person, I will not only learn from this person, I will also get some kind of help, some kind of guidance, some kind of support, right? Now, the third one is strategic. When you talk about strategic, it's about understanding other stakeholders around you. So when I say stakeholders, again, I think as women, since we are all perennial jugglers, juggling between our personal life and our professional life, right? So whenever I talk about stakeholders, it is about your people within your inner circle, okay? And also about the stakeholders whom you manage at your workplace, okay? So this is how you can work on your strategic network, yeah? So it's very important for us to identify, these set of people, right? And also go out there, put that effort, make time, get in touch with these people and see what you can gain out of it, what kind of support you can get from them. Yeah. So it's very important for us to understand, these concepts, these terminologies, of course, but when you actually put it into use, it becomes a part of your journey. You don't have to think about, okay, today, am I going to use personal, operational, or strategy, right? So when you're just out there, you know what to implement, how to use it, whom to meet, whom to connect, what questions to ask. It's very, very important, right? What questions you put out there, yeah? And equally also listen to what they are saying. We will, get into those details again. All right. Now, as a restarter, I'm not sure how many of you are starters or restarters or risers here. I'm just mainly talking about restarters. I'm just trying to emphasize because Jobs for Her is a platform where, they help you out to restart your career, right? Restart your professional journey. As a restarter, it's very important for you to create a networking awareness, right? Now, you can be a restarter. You can, due to whatever reasons, it could be because of your motherhood, taking care of elders, some kind of a break due to travel and so on, health issues, lot of reasons, right? But it's very important for you to also think about how I can create this networking awareness for myself. Now, here, the very first step is identifying your self-worth. So when I say self-worth, can someone tell me, how do you identify your self-worth? You can raise your hands, or you want me to call out your name? I can see Dolly. Are you there?
We have responses coming in the chat.
Okay.
Kriti says, know our strengths.
Yes.
Archita says, by identifying the strengths.
Great. All
Keep
right.
those answers coming in. The chat is open. Just a reminder, this is a networking session, so make the most of it. Make the most of your time with Shyla. Okay, we have someone who's raised their hand as well. I'm just quickly, Jyoti. Yes, Jyoti, feel free to unmute yourself and ask.
Okay, for me, when you have to identify your worth, right? It's your strength as well as what is the value you're going to create for the other person. And also, are you making any difference to somebody? So my self mission is, to engage, enlighten, and empower. And that's where I'm coming from.
Awesome.
Sure.
Awesome. Thank you, Jyoti. Thanks a lot. Now, to add to that, there are a few things that we all need to focus on, and we often forget to focus, right? Because of the, umpty number of things that we do on a day-to-day basis, especially as women, right? Self-care, you all know what is self-care, right? So whenever I talk about self-care, it's definitely about your psychological, your physical, your emotional well-being, and your spiritual well-being, right? It's very, very important for us to focus on this because self-care is a necessity. It's a priority, right? One is self-care. Two, being self-aware. When I say self-aware, we know all our vulnerabilities, right? We know our strengths, yeah? And it's very important for us to be aware of these things. And there are a lot of things attached to it, like our beliefs, our values, right? Based on our experiences, our memories, our upbringing, and so on. So just being self-aware as to who you are, right? What you can bring to the table, as Jyoti mentioned. Yes, lot of things like that, where if you're aware, it'll help you to present your best version, your authentic self. Yeah. So one is self-care, two, being self-aware. Okay. And when you focus on these things, you will be able to focus on self-development. Yeah. So that's where you will be able to identify your self-worth. And this will actually, trust me, it gives you a lot of confidence. When you know who you are, right? And when you go out there and start meeting people, yeah, you know who you are, you know what you can bring to the table, you know your skills, you know your capabilities, right? So that will actually give you an amazing, sense of confidence. Yeah. Step two, identify your intent, identify your purpose, right? Why you are there? What are the things that you need to focus on, right? Now, I am here currently with respect to my career. What is the next step in my career? Okay, so when I talk about next step in my career, who's my current network, right? What are my past networks, right? Whom do I know from my past? Maybe my old colleagues or friends or acquaintances, right? Focusing on that. And then trying to rekindle those connections, right? Just get in touch with them, talk to them, let them know that you're still interested to get back to work. And maybe you can discuss a few things like, how is the current technology, what are the areas I need to focus on, depending on what domain of work you're into, right? And this will actually help you to also understand what are the gaps, right, that are there that you need to bridge. How do I work on these gaps, right? How do I upskill myself? How do I reskill myself? And so on. Yeah. And then you will be able to commit your time for this. Yeah. So step two is equally important. And once you find your purpose, your intent, you move on to step three. You start planning. You start creating a plan towards it. Okay. Now, as a part of planning, it's not only about just sitting and planning, it's about taking actions, right? You need to go out there, put your best foot forward, make time, have an action plan, go out there and, start meeting people, start doing all those things that you have planned as a part of this journey. Step four is tracking your progress. And believe me, yes, we need to focus on desired outcome. It's very important, right? But when you see those small, tiny bits of progress, yeah, you will actually feel very good. It'll boost your confidence and it'll definitely boost your self-worth, right? So track your progress, see where you were yesterday, see where you are today, and where you can reach tomorrow, right? And once you do that, you need to celebrate those small wins. Why? It'll again help you to stay motivated, right? Be self-driven. This is the effort I put in. This is where I've reached today. And I put more effort and I do these many things, right? And I'll be able to progress more and more and more. And yes, one day you will definitely reach your desired outcome. So, these steps are simple, yet you need to actually practice. You need to do it day in and day out, right? So this will help you to reach your career goals, reach your professional goals, right? And in turn, you will also be working a lot on yourself, right? Your personal advancement as well. Now, sometimes opportunities don't happen, you create them. How do you create them? We have all of these platforms that are available for us, especially the Jobs for Her platform that you see, that you're all in. There's a great platform for you to be here, stay connected, meet different restarters, starters, risers, right? And then meet mentors, right? Talk to them, connect with them, and meet different organizations who are looking for skilled people like you, right? Start applying for jobs, go out there. And of course, LinkedIn is a great platform. It's a great professional platform where you can network with the right set of people, right? It's also important for you to put out your powerful profile out there, right? And when you do this, you will also be, identified. People will also look into your profile and know exactly what you do, right? How you do it and how it's going to help you. Yeah. And then volunteering, again, at different communities, events, some kind of NGOs, foundations. It'll definitely give you a platform. It'll give you a boost, to go out there, meet people, meet the right set of people. You never know how things will work out for you, right? So this will also give you an opportunity to create a very good experience for yourself, right? Which will also add value to your profile, right? And attending networking events. And since you're all here, this is a great platform for you to meet different kinds of people, meet people from different walks of life. That's extremely important, right? Because each person is unique. Each one comes with a different set of experience, right? And you get to learn a lot. So it's very important for you to be out there. Okay. And of course, all other job search platforms and various communities and other platforms that you can be on. So when we talk about networking, you will not only know other people's interests, right, and also what they do. Sometimes you will also relearn, right, about what your interests are, right? Sometimes it will enable you to rethink, hey, this is something I'm actually good at, or this is something that I can actually work on. This might help me in my career, right? So there'll be a lot of eureka moments, that come in as a part of this networking process. Yeah. So it will definitely help you to broaden your spectrum and meet different kinds of people in this professional world and get access to different career options, right? Sometimes you will also, you will also learn a few things, like I said, more about yourself. And sometimes it will also help you to learn about different career options, right? You might be good at something, you might be skilled at something. So you might come up with some other career option for yourself that will actually work for you, right? So this way you will be able to reach out to as many people as possible. It will help you to build qualitative relationships, right? So the focus should be more on qualitative relationships than quantitative relationships, right? So it's not about how many people you know, right? It's also about what kind of people you know, what kind of connections you have, right? What you can give and what you can gain out of it. Yeah. So this way, it'll actually help you to think aspirational, think big. Yeah. When you go out there and start talking to people, you will know so much about them, about their unique experiences in life, right? Be it their professional life or their personal life, isn't it? So this way, it'll definitely help you to reach your career goals. Now, there is something called as elevator pitch. I'm sure you would have heard this a zillion times, right? But when I talk about elevator pitch, it is just about making that impression. Yeah. Now, how many of you have seen this movie Luck by Chance? It's a Bollywood movie. How many of you have seen this movie? Anyone? Yes, Tanuja has seen that movie. Tanuja, this main actor, Farhan Akhtar, he's an aspiring actor in that movie, right? He meets Dimple Kapadia, who is a veteran actress. Okay. And you remember what he says to her when he meets her?
No, I don't remember that well.
All right.
But a
So,
good movie is what I remember.
okay, okay. So now, when you okay, when this aspiring actor goes in, it's a shoot location, and he sees this beautiful veteran actress, right? Normally, what do? We say, "Oh, you are so beautiful, right? And I admire you, I adore you, I'm a big fan, and all that, right?" So now, this aspiring actor, when he sees this veteran actress, he says, "I'm born because of you." Okay, and she will be puzzled. So, and then he says, my parents, they went to your movie when they went on a first date, right? And they fell in love with each other after seeing your romantic movie, right? They got married, and that's how I have come into existence, right? So, what have you analyzed from this? What is the key takeaway from this, Danuja? Since you've seen the movie.
Being very positive on the situation that he is,
Mm-hmm.
and also connecting with the person in a
Mhm.
very, it's going to be very instantaneous.
Right, right. And you also see how he made that first impression, right? He kind of stood out from the crowd, right? She will always
Yeah.
remember
She can
what
never
he's
forget.
done, right?
Yeah.
And that's how I think later part of the movie, he gets a chance and she sees his pick in one of the, for one of the movies, and he gets a chance, right? So this is how you can actually, think about a few things when you're interacting with people and make that impression, right? Of course, you need to understand the ABCD of networking. That is the audience, what is the context, what is the content, the delivery, right? And it's very important to showcase your brand, your personal brand. Of course, personal branding is another, big topic which we can discuss for hours together, right? But just for your understanding, see how you can build your personal brand and showcase your best version when you're out there. Okay. Storytelling, a big part. Okay. Storytelling is something where you create your own theme around your story and how you narrate it, right? And you should definitely not sound like a talking resume. Yeah. So try to incorporate those stories based on your personal experiences rather, right? And how you can incorporate this as a part of your elevator pitch. And the next most important thing is human connection. As human beings, we are all emotional beings, isn't it? Yeah. So three things that you can incorporate is bringing out that warmth, right? And then empathy, emotions, right? When you meet people from different walks of life, as I said, they would have come this far with a lot of their unique experiences, right? And when you find that right connection in a right way, in a humanistic way, the instant connection that happens is actually magic, right? So working on that human connection. And the most important part is actively listening, right? They say you need to listen with your eyes. Yeah, it's very, very important. So it's just not about hearing what the other person is saying, right? There are a lot of things when you talk about communication, right? Then when you're communicating with someone, it's 80% of non-verbal communication and 20% of your verbal communication, right? So there will be a lot of aspects that goes on while someone is talking and while you're actively listening to this person, isn't it? So this is about your elevator pitch. Try to incorporate these things, right? Now, sometimes this elevator pitch can be for 30 seconds, it can be for 1 minute, it can be for 10 minutes, you never know. It depends on the environment, it depends on the people you meet, right? So just be prepared. And sometimes, as I said, once you identify your self-worth and, whatever we discussed in our previous slide, right? Identifying your self-worth, your intent and all that, right? And when you go out there and talk about this elevator pitch, right? When you present yourself, you will actually go with the flow. You don't even have to, think and come up with words and sentences. You will actually go with the flow. But it's also important for you to work on yourself, do a bit of homework, right? Prepare yourself at home, right? Who is my audience? Whom am I meeting? What is the context, right? What can I talk about? What is the message I need to convey? What is the information? What is the ideas that I can exchange, right? And how I'll be delivering this and so on. Yeah. And then when we talk about effective communication, there are 3 C's of communication. One is your competence, about your skills, right? You will definitely be skilled at something when it comes to your domain of work. Yeah. Next is your confidence, right? Sometimes, I think most of the times, confidence and competence, it goes hand in hand, right? So when you know that you're competent at something, the confidence level automatically shoots up, right? But sometimes you also have to work the other way around, right? You need to seem confident, sound confident, right? So you need to focus on these 2 things, that is the competence and confidence. And the third important part is clarity, having a clarity, right? Which will actually enable you to get into the right direction, to maneuver into right direction. Yeah, having that sense of clarity. And when you focus on these 3 things, competence, confidence, and clarity, you will get into your comfort level. And that's where the magic happens, right? I'm sure you would have experienced this whenever you are, in your comfort level, right? While talking to someone, meet your friends or your family or outside, meeting someone at an event, right? And when you move into that comfort level, right, that zone, okay? I'm talking about comfort level here, okay? So when you move into that zone, you will actually go with the flow, as I said, right? So when you focus on competence, confidence, and clarity, you will get that kind of comfort level while you are communicating with others. It can be like, meeting someone totally new, right? You don't even know that person. And sometimes it clicks, isn't it? Sometimes you feel, hey, it worked amazingly well while talking to this person. Or sometimes you feel, oh, it felt like I know this person since so many years, right? Why? Because you start feeling comfortable with each other, right? So this is about effective communication, which you definitely need to incorporate as a part of your networking journey. Okay. There are a lot of other concepts which we can talk about, but considering the paucity of time, I'm just going to quickly summarize whatever we have learned till now so that you can observe, learn, and apply here right now. We are going to revisit that activity which we did. Okay. Now let's see how you will incorporate these things and come up with your meet and greet formula. Okay. Now, to summarize intentional networking, the very first thing you need to focus on is identifying and knowing your self-worth. When I say self-worth, focusing on self-care, being self-aware, right? Focusing on your self-development, your personal advancement, how you can bring out your best version. Okay. 2, identifying your purpose and creating a strong intention. No matter what you do, no matter who you are, no matter where you are, trust me, this definitely helps, right? 3rd, making that impression, right? How do you make that first impression? It can be anything, based on your personal experience, based on, how you narrate your story, right? Just doing something different, right? Showing your USP, right? So that makes that first impression. And then it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to show your vulnerability. Okay. We are imperfectly perfect, right? We cannot be perfect all the time, right? And we're all human beings. So other people do understand when you make mistakes, when you show your vulnerability. Maybe, you know, it'll enable them to showcase their vulnerability back to you, right? So understand that it is okay to make mistakes, right? It is okay to show your vulnerability. It's okay to fail, right? That's when it's like a stepping stone to move to the next level, the next phase of your life, and then move towards, succeeding in the next phase of your life, right? And then effective communication and active listening, extremely important. Yeah. All right. Now it's 2:20. Okay. Let's revisit this meet and greet activity. Okay. I'm just going to pick probably two of you or two more if we have time. All right. Now this time you're doing it intentionally. All right. We also summarize whatever we have learned in the last 40-45 minutes that we have had. Okay. You need to incorporate all that and come up with your meet and greet elevator pitch. All right. Don't pressurize yourself. Just go with the flow. Okay. Now let me pick Diksha Agarwal. Diksha. Hi, Diksha.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi. Gajalakshmi, are you there? Is Gajalakshmi there? All right.
Yes, Shyla.
Yes. Yes. Could you please switch on your video, Gajalakshmi? Is it possible?
So 1 second.
Yes. All right. Now you're seeing the format here. Diksha, you will begin first. You say, hello, my name is, what's your domain of work? Your key strength and your area of improvement. Okay. One interesting or one fun fact about you. Okay. Why you're here and what can you bring to the table? Okay, cool. Let's begin. Diksha.
My name is Diksha Agarwal, and my domain of work is like I'm trying to find a job in FP&A, that is financial planning and analysis. I'm currently a fresher. My key strength, I'd say, is like my willingness to learn and learn. Like I'm constantly looking for topics to learn, like upskilling myself. And my area is improvement is that since I'm not a fresher, I currently do not possess any practical knowledge about the workplace. One interesting fact about me is that like I cannot work if there is no pressure on me. Like I am the type who tends to procrastinate, and but I do complete my work, but at the last moment. And I am here to learn about how I can put myself in the out there to prospective employers, and how I can prosper in my in my goal to find a good career path for me.
Mm-hmm.
What I can bring to the table is my fresh knowledge, I guess, because as I am freshly I have freshly completed my education, so I'm fresh with my knowledge. Like I have not forgotten, or I do not need to brush up on it.
All right. Thank you, Diksha.
Thank you.
Yes, Gajalakshmi.
So I also go in the same order?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, hi. This is
even if you shuffle the order, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, hi everyone. This is Gajalakshmi here. I work for Capgemini. I work in DNI as a senior manager in diversity and inclusion team. Yeah, my key strength, obviously, as you're talking about networking, yes, networking is also my key strength. At least within the domain, I'm able to connect to people. I think that has been one of my key strengths, where I can connect and get things done. My area of improvement, obviously, when it comes, I'm very straightforward and upfront. I think not many people like it. I can't be a very diplomatic person. I think that's probably I will have to just see how do I speak in a sugarcoat way of communication. One interesting fact is I love doing, most of my work is done either, anything very important work or some concept paper. So anything I'm working on, I would like to do it late in the night where there's not much of a noise, utter silence. So late night, that's where I would love to do it. Otherwise, focus or concentration is very less during the day of time, having people around and a lot of noise. Why am I here? Obviously, it was a very interesting topic, and I thought, why not be part of it? What I bring to the table, again, being an experience, like I worked in DNI and CSR domain for quite some time. So that is what I bring onto the table. And I've worked with at a community level and also with a lot of women entrepreneurs as well. So it's an interesting part of it. You work at the corporate as well as an external ecosystem as well. That's it from my end.
Thank you. Thank you, Gajalakshmi. Thank you, Diksha. Thank you so much. Did you all observe, how the communication actually eased out? Right? Yeah. Any other observations here? Probably, when we move on to Q&A, we should be able to discuss this, right? Your communication actually eases out to a great extent, right? You just go with the flow. Yeah. And when you have this intention, the right intention, it definitely creates your reality, right? So this is the power of intentional networking, where you become more focused, more engaging, more trusted, and more memorable. Right? People will know you for who you are. People will remember you, for who you are and what you spoke, and what you can bring to the table, and they will connect with you right back. Yeah. So it's very, very important for us to focus on intentional networking. As Dr. Ivan Meisner says, Dr. Ivan Meisner is a founder of BNI. BNI is a Business Network International. It's a great platform. It's a great networking platform. See if you can, do some kind of research there and get it to this platform, which is definitely going to help you if you are an entrepreneur or a part of an organization. So he says networking is more about farming than it is about hunting. It's about cultivating relationships, right? So when you go out there and network, be yourself, right? Show your individuality, your skills, your unique self, your unique capabilities, right? Go out there, seek that much needed support, and plant these kind of relationships, okay? So overall, I think it's very, very important for us to network intentionally. All right. Thank you. This is what we have for today. I think, yeah, we are close to the end of the session. So any questions you have? Maybe.
Hi, Shyla. This is Kritika here.
Hi, Kritika.
It was a nice session. I am a restarter in my career. I've taken a break, in fact, a few breaks in my professional career for various reasons. And I registered here for looking out for job opportunities to restart and get back into my career. And I truly believed in networking when in my past experiences with companies like Goldman Sachs and HSBC, where I have pretty much been groomed with. So where networks play a very important pivotal role in the growth path in the career. So I was very keen to be part of the session and see, okay, do I really have the same set of networking skills which I used to have when even after the gap of so many years, am I still there? To know myself is why I was there in the session, and I'm really glad I'm able to pick up the mic and talk. That itself, I feel proud about myself. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, Shyla.
I was just going to say that, she jumped right to the opportunity.
Exactly.
I mean, I give you a thumbs up on that. But in the interest of time, and because we have the next session lined up, and we have all the panelists, mentors, and all of them ready, I would like to tell you all that our time with Shyla has come to an end. And I know that we can go on with this session because the beauty of this session, like when we started the session with like there were like 2-3 people, and then the numbers kept increasing, and we still have people joining in when we reach the close to the end of the session. Goes on to say that regardless of what stage of your career you are in, right, the principles of networking can be same, but time and again you need to like brush up on it. You need to like meet more people, and a diverse mix of group is where you get to test it to the best. Like just some time back before we, Shyla, you asked Diksha and Gajalakshmi, right? I mean, see the stark difference, one with so much experience and the other one who's just a fresher. Like that itself goes on to say that, there is so much out there, and there are the opportunities for networking, regardless of how much experience you have, or you're just a beginner. Doesn't necessarily matter. It's the kind of relationships and the connections that you make, right?
Absolutely.
So just want to say thank you to all of you. And let's continue this discussion. Let's continue sharing about our journeys and experiences on the VFS platform, where we have a networking chat room exclusive. What we can do is, I'm going to just quickly post a link for VFS here. So you can go there, the HerRising VFS platform, and there is a network chat room icon that you can click, and then quickly click onto or scroll for networking room, networking chat room, where you can drop in links, stay connected with each other, or there's a vacancy, or help each other out in whatever capacity you can, right? And like Shyla said, own it, own your self-worth, because there is nothing more in this world that scares the world than a woman who knows her self-worth and she owns it and runs with it, right? So with that, I'd like to take this opportunity to tell a humongous thank you to Shyla. I mean, your sessions are super engaging throughout, regardless of how many times you attended. There's always something new, there's always something different to take away and learn. And that's why we love having you with us. Like, please come back again. Please come back again.
Sure.
Yeah. And we'd also love for everybody to share a quick feedback about the session. There is a quick poll onto your screen right now. Sharing the poll on the screen. And yeah, you should be able to take a minute to quickly answer it. And then we will go on and close this chat room so you can go attend the roundtable discussions that are happening for tech space, how to build, and things to keep in mind when you want to launch a successful tech career. Leadership discussions about why we need to reimagine workplaces, and group mentoring opportunities that are there for the group mentoring session. So see you all there. Do we have the poll live? Can we have the poll live? Yes, we have the poll. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, Shyla. Any last closing words?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. I think, today is your day, right? The time is now. So just go out there and, utilize every bit of this opportunity that you all have, right? So good luck to everyone. Stay in touch. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, Insta, Facebook, right? So let's stay connected. You can get in touch with me otherwise as well. All right. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Please do go. Thank you, Shyla. Please do go check out the career fair. There are companies there. You can chat with company experts, company recruiters. So please do make most of the opportunity. Do share your key takeaways from this session onto your social media platforms, be it LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. And while you're doing that, please do tag JobsPer, tag Shyla, and hashtag reimagine, because it's all about reimagining your self-worth and your owning it and running with it. So thank you so much, everybody. You have a lovely afternoon. See you in the next sessions. And don't forget, we have the awards, HerRising Awards Gala. We have to find out who won, right? So yeah, thank you.